Good now, whenever and wherever this finds you. Today I want to talk about political parties. We have two, and people always talk about a third party, but people don't talk about a party that is a party. So in 1982, on a lark, I started the RocknRoll Party. And the theory was that people are not interested in politics. Politics is designed to disenfranchise and dissociate people from one another. So the theory of the RocknRoll Party is that people like to be social and party. People like to get together. People like to dance. People like music. People like entertainment. So rather than try to get people to pay attention to politics, the idea was to have people, the few who were into politics and were in the know, to have them put on fundraisers where we just party down. We throw in a few bucks and party down, maybe even spend some money while we're there. And that money would go to support things that would be good for all of us. So I played with the party for a couple years, got to know my representatives, communicated with them, got to be in the newspaper, on the radio, and had a press conference, got involved with the Holistic Healing Center, and didn't really ever came of it. I don't think that was the intention. It was more of a toy than it was meant to be anything. So after my son was born, I kind of let it go. So a few years ago, I met this young man from Odessa, Texas on the internet, and he wanted to start a political party. And I said, well, I know how to start a political party. And we played for a while, and we came up with the People's Progressive Party, or the New Progressive People's Party, or something like that. And over time, interest waned. He realized that I was just a trickster and a clown. And so I went ahead and I created my own version of the party, and it was called the People's Transition Party. The People's Transition Party is a safe harbor in the political storm, a place for social connection, where people can learn, create, and share the ideal of truly changing the world by changing ourselves. Rather than rules and morals, we offer personal ethics and principles and support the political and social shift to the new paradigm. The evolution has started. We support individuality and diversity. We support our unity as individuals. We will collaborate with all groups and individuals involved in the transition to the new paradigm. We embrace free, open-minded thinking, positive love. We discourage the authoritarian thinking used by both parties and the corrupt elite, negative fear. If there's a disagreement, the question to ask ourselves is, do I want to be right or do I want to connect? We found each other in political revolution, so let's join each other in social evolution. The party has a Facebook page and a website, but I'm not really promoting the party. I'm just here to share with you what it is that I created. I'm kind of like more about just hanging out with myself, but I'll share this with you. The manifesto of the party is Imagine, John Lennon's song. Imagine there's no heaven, living for today. Imagine there's no countries, living life in peace. Imagine no possessions, sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreaming, but I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. The motto is changing the world by changing ourselves, and the purpose is to acknowledge our unity as individuals. Like a phoenix, the people will rise as we witness the corruption of government spinning out of control. We begin the social transition from politics to the new paradigm of true self-governance. We are here to rally the people to a higher cause than parties. We have no top-down structure. There's nothing to join. Like-minded people joined by ideals rather than structures. To be a study of how politics can evolve to involve and connect people at the grassroots level. A unified diversity of evolving social consciousness. The People's Transition Party will not look and act like a political party while we are gathering a virtual community, connecting individuals who are finding peace and freedom through releasing the erroneous teachings of the culture of shame, conflict, and competition. To know ourselves through personal responsibility as enough. To live in the now and to be engaged in your passion so that the more you do, the more passionate you get. We can help each other to recognize the culture of violence, brainwashing, and propaganda that fuels separation. In place of this failing social order, we offer personal ethics, principles, and values to practice. This practice is changing the world by changing ourselves. This is an action path to take us into the new paradigm, the paradigm of social connection and enough through natural giving.